Hey, stranger. I didn't hear from you yesterday. I assumed you were too busy to hold my hand while I got released.
Never too busy for you. You look good.
I'm a little slower than I'd like to be, but Dr. Drake said that's perfectly normal.
Got the car waiting out front.
What's wrong with you?
I can't even get to the door without your antenna going up.
No, just answer the question.
Lulu broke up with me.
Dante, what did you do?
Well, I appreciate the support.
Well, I happen to know that Lulu is very much in love with you. Honey, she was in this thing for keeps. It had to be some kind of freaking catastrophe for her to bail.
Okay, can we not talk about this?
We're going to talk about it. When my son loses the girl that he's very much in love with, I'm going to talk about it.
Dr. Jeffrey Cochran, orthopedic.
Right, I can't imagine my future without Lulu. I never thought I'd find anything this good, and I've gone and blown it.
Honey, I don't believe that.
No, why? I lied to her, Ma. She's done.
Okay, what happened?
Well, you know how I told you I knew Brenda from before in New York when I carded her? Well, Lulu found out there was more to it than that.
How much more are we talking about here?
I did have feelings for Brenda, but nothing ever happened.
Well, so you explained that to Lulu?
It doesn't matter. I lied to her too many times, Ma. First, I tell her that I didn't even know who Brenda was. Then she finds out that I guarded her in New York. Then I tell her it was just a job. She finds out that we knew each other well.
How well?
It's not like it was some big love affair.
Okay, but still, I guess I can see how Lulu would feel a little bit betrayed.
All right, so how do I get her back? How do I get her to trust me?
Oh, honey, times like this, I really wish that I had more experience in relationships. But I never got married, and you were the only thing that mattered to me the whole time you were growing up. Certainly more than any man that came along. But the one thing that I always know is true. When you are having a misunderstanding with someone that you care about, you always put yourself in their shoes first. Ask yourself how you would feel if you were them.
If I were Lulu,
Yeah.
I don't know that I could ever trust me again. But I'm not gonna let her go. I love her too much.
So you gotta fight for her. Honey, you are a wonderful man. I know that. And Lulu, she knows that in her heart.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Hey, you ready to go?
Actually, you know what? You don't have to drive me.
Well, wait, what do you mean? I'm not gonna take a cab. You're my mother.
Hey, you ready to blow this joint?
You must be mistaken.
She's just finishing up her discharge forms, so just drop her off at her house, whatever.
I thought we'd stop and grab a bite on the way.
Dinner. Nice.
Yeah, your mom wanted to go home and cook. She has trouble with the concept taking it easy.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me about my mother.
That wasn't my intention.
Look, I'm sorry. I get that you guys got close with the bus crash and everything, but if you want to wine and dine her, don't you think you should wait a few days?
Enjoy your mother's company. I'd like to think the feeling's mutual.
Isn't that some kind of ethics code breaking going out with a patient?
She's Dr. Drake's patient, not mine.
All right, but she had a rough surgery. She's recovering, and there's the chief of staff by her bedside. You think that's fair
Dante,
to her?
she needed all the support she could get.
Yeah, from friends and family, not doctors. It's gonna look like you're taking advantage of her.
Excuse me, Steve, can I have just a word with my son for a minute? Thanks. Dante, Angela Falconer, you keep your nose out of my private life. You have no right to interrogate Steve like that.
Interrogate
You were
him.
grilling the man like I'm some teenage version from the old country.
Okay, I just don't want you to get hurt.
Dr. Weber happens to be a very nice man.
That's great. You just broke up with Johnny. You're on the rebound.
So I would think you'd be thrilled about that. Anyway, do you see me rushing in anything?
I don't know. Are you?
Dante, Steve and I enjoy each other's company. We're getting to know one another. If it ever becomes more than that, I'm not going to feel like I need to ask you permission.
Okay, and he took care of you after the bus
Yes.
crash, and now you have some kind of Florence Nightingale reverse thing going on.
Are you going to play some kind of armchair psychologist with me? Because I can do that all day. You're butting your nose into my private life because you don't want to deal with your own right now. Okay, how would you like it if I called Lulu up and started doing some of my own meddling?
Okay, look. I don't want you to get hurt. I care about you. That's all.
Love you.
Love you too. Have a good drive home.
And his family deserves justice.